It's number 14 this time. We got some
14
good Rivals play for you coming up right now. I'm Blackamar64 here with Anti. How you doing, fam?
Hello. I am doing quite well myself now that I get to commentate this with you. You know, it's always a good time to get to commentate together, and especially with some very fun high-octane gameplay coming up. Especially now that we've got, you know, dosboxfalco versus Hazelnut, two Zetter players, and Zetter dittos are extremely volatile.
They're so funny, dude. It feels like one hit just takes you so far. I feel like it's sort of a situation where the presence of neutral, in terms of just like being smart on when to just like be the first person to swing or not, essentially, is like super important because he can just sort of just melt, well, himself rather, pretty fast. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, now that we're here in winter semis, you know, dosboxfalco, first seed, expected to take this tournament, has been in these relatively expected to win positions multiple times at this point. We not a stranger to top 8 whatsoever. Hazelnut as well, you know, seed 5 right now in a decent position. Just going to see which one of these players ends up taking it first. Now, one thing I will note, right? Zetter can absolutely destroy Zetter, right? It's a matter of who gets that first hit. And one of the biggest things about dittos is if you get that first hit, now your opponent has to find a way how to space around their own hitboxes in order to get their own.
It's so interesting. It's a situation of like, dang, I do this to people, dude? What the heck? And like, it just also kind of being weird to, again, as you said, space around your own tools. So I think like in itself, like playing like mirror matches is like its own sort of skill, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, especially with Zetter v Zetter, right? You spend so much time thinking to yourself, all right, well, I'm against another fast faller, should be fine. I can just land an up throw into imagination. Meanwhile, you're playing against someone who can also up throw you into imagination, but we're already getting right into business. 43% and counting, just less than 10 seconds in.
Oh yeah, Hazelnut already going crazy already, getting dot spots off stage. Finds his way back though. But again, as we just talked about earlier, bro, straight scrapping going on.
Yeah, it's just scrap after scrap. And I mean, if the fire was on Hazelnut, that would have been absolutely terrifying. But instead, it is not going to work out that way. It's just damage after damage, hit after hit, blow after blow, but no sweet spot to follow up.
Not quite a level of tech chase going on right here. The offensive pressure on both of them, Hazelnut especially right now, going really insane. See dodgeball trying to slow the game down a little bit, taking this edge of their own side, knocking Hazelnut off stage. See what they're doing this edge guard situation. Love using electric ability to extend more and more. Wow, whoa. Crazy angle, the upwards, goddamn.
Yeah, crazy angle there, and all of a sudden the parry on the shine gonna end that stock right quick. Hazelnut able to slowly run away with this, but how much extra credit can you get?
Super important, the run up parry, kind of crazy by the way. I feel it though, the parries be swinging crazy forward strong right in front of their face. Hazelnut trying to get a bit off it. Tricky recovery though, hard for dosbox to cover. I love seeing it.
Yeah, and dosbox, we see time and time again, gets a lot of this damage off, gets a lot of these strings off, but struggling to actually find the kills. I guess you're not really going to be finding too many of these Zetter players in bracket a lot of the time, but right now, Hazelnut really running away with this one.
Oh yeah, just like the Prince to just be able to take these stocks out, super important. Again, especially playing a character like Zetterburn, you can't just run around so early. Dang, that was a really good tech, but cannot stay alive for too much longer. Dosbox will get that stock off, but 83% on the board, a lot of extra credit. Hazelnut with invincibility, it's looking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Hazelnut holding onto that wall for dear life, holding onto that floor to try to end those early combos, now that you're at that low percent. But right now, holding onto this lead. One more stock off the table.
I love that bear extension to the DI, especially getting up strong right into that. Just the punish game from Hazelnut looking just so smart, for lack of a better word to put it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just so good at knowing exactly what it is that his opponent wants each and every time. Looking for the tech chase, gonna be able to get it. And once again, just being in the right spots preemptively. And a lot of these times in these positions, you want to be looking to react to your opponent's timing, position, or option. And Hazelnut has definitely chosen position base because it's each and every time that it works out.
Yeah. While dosbox trying to make a couple leads right there with a 4 strong. In general, just relying on those quite a lot. Like you can see right there, up strong in the shield right there. A little unsafe. Hazelnut ready, prepared to deal with that in the defense.
Yeah, might be looking at that on the defense, but right now the offense is still shining through. Bits and cracks coming into dosbox's last stock here. 87% and counting. Forward air sweet spot going to be able to take that one. But in the end, Hazelnut right now in such a phenomenal position, but in the Zetter Ditto, you cannot sleep at any point in time.
Oh, as you were saying that, dude, caught with no jump off the side. Unfortunately for Hazelnut, though, gets back, but dosbox actually suddenly in a very big position. That's what these Reed players do, man. Just like get you in these situations, gets right sometimes, and it just works out.
Yeah, it just works out, and all of a sudden, dosbox now in the lead as far as percent goes. Hazelnut on fire as well. The parry going to be a good position here. No up strong search for. Instead, Hazelnut's just looking to retain the neutral control. And now we might start seeing some kills without the fire involved.
A little scary scene, just no challenge on that ledge right there from Hazelnut, letting dosbox get back. You want to steal stuck as soon as possible, as we were saying before. Now it's like suddenly a very close scenario, both sides off stage. No kill yet, though.
No kill yet, but there it is. Speak it into existence. And dosbox going to be taking game number 1 in what was Hazelnut's game to lose.
Wow, that's pretty crazy for sure. Definitely just good resilience for dosbox, again, coming back to these situations where like you're really down. Definitely requires you to just have that. It's so difficult as well. dosbox though, definitely the read heavy playstyle they're kind of going for. A lot of these strong attacks, especially, it's kind of like a hit or miss sometimes. Honestly, a lot of the more unsafe reads they're doing on the raw strong attack ones, that's the ones I really would like to see them sort of like ease up on, because I think that's the ones that Hazelnut's kind of like prepared for.
Yeah, definitely a matter of figuring out the preparedness coming in here, right? As you were saying, dosbox's hard reads towards the end of that game really started coming into play.
Oh, yeah.
Where the download really is what we were looking for. And man, did it hurt so bad for Hazelnut, having an 80+% lead ripped away from him.
It's painful seeing that happen. Also, really more painful seeing dosbox get such a big start for it out the side, killing you 0 to death anti.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great lead in the first game, but second game saying, hey, this is a completely different ballpark now. We're getting the up throws, we're getting the absolute evisceration of the stocks, and we're getting the tech chases over and over and over again.
Yeah, whole new situation. Could be a situation where dosbox tries to see what he can get away with against Hazelnut and what not, right? So it could just be adjustments from there. Love seeing it really early.
Yeah, I know the Zetter players haven't been too happy about the character after the more recent changes, but as we can see right now, it's so high value between these two when it comes to one up throw, one up tilt, one big combo starter, one big read.
Oh yeah, as we can see, definitely just super explosive whenever he gets some bone right there. Also caught the jump, amazing presence of mind. Hazelnut just charging it forward strong, not overcomplicating the edge guard. I love to see it. But yeah, he's definitely still a massively explosive character with a good neutral presence, dude. Definitely just a lot more vulnerable off stage, but it does not change these on stage situations like that where he can get these kills so fast. dosbox, whole stock advantage right now.
Yeah, dosbox says, I see that F strong and I raise you one of my own here. Hazelnut and dosbox still trading back and forth, but you have to remember, dosbox was the one who got that early stock. This is a full stock down for Hazelnut, and this might be the full game.
Just, I don't even comprehend what happened right there. That was kind of crazy at the end right there.
Yeah, I mean, just barely falling out of that fire line, and in the end, how many people on planet Earth are going to be ready for that super low up B gimp of all things?
Yeah, like, that was crazy. The stuff right there, but so smart from dosbox. Again, I love just pointing that out, especially just when they don't just see it coming, you know? We're running it right back to Aetherian Forest. I mean, definitely a stage of, obviously both characters are kind of on the same character, right? So, but definitely it seemed like Hazelnut just wants to be like, no, I just got a bad start. I can run it back, but I don't know. dosbox has all the momentum right now. They're using it to their favor right now. 47% already. Super aggressive going off stage. Might get reversed for the troubles though. Hazelnut does not finish the edge guard.
It doesn't quite finish the edge guard, but doesn't finish this advantage state, continuing to hit again and again, and all of a sudden reversaled and might be looking at that blast zone a little bit sooner rather than later. Up strong, there it is.
The confidence dosbox is playing with is so scary, especially the characters like Zetterburn, bro. If they're confident what they read, what they're going for, bro, you're gonna take so much damage so fast, though. Already new stock 24% on the board.
Yeah, these new stocks are coming in fast, and they are selling like hotcakes right now. dosbox double fair, gonna be getting Hazelnut off towards the edge. Beautiful text once again, but when the only thing the people can talk about your play is your defense, there's so little about you actually playing the offense.
That's so true. Zetterburn gotta be so pragmatic on offense. So if you're not, well, the other Zetterburn right now will just run you right over. I mean, see dosbox just taking control of the neutral entirely and just forcing Hazelnut to be on the back foot this whole time, pretty much. 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, 3 stocks to 1, and still the aerials come through again and again. dosbox looking for that 3-0 here to start off this top 8. Double up tilt to start it off. Looking for a third, looking for a fourth, and the forward air to start it off once again. This is tough.
So tough, dude. Again, the resilience in dosbox earlier we saw, but Hazelnut, I don't know if they can do the same right here, especially at 76% of the last stock against someone like dosbox is that explosive. It's tough, dude. It's very tough.
It's extremely tough, but right now, dosbox, what in the world are you doing?
Dude, he's so confident right now, dude. Oh my god.
Right now, it's just a matter of trying to figure out what in the world it is that's going through your opponent's mind, and the only word that I can think that's going through dosbox's mind is win.
Just kill, destroy, something, dude. But that's exactly what they're just doing this whole time. The gameplay, 190%, by the way. Unable to still stock until very late. That's definitely another big difference maker right there, dude. You gotta get nice with the kill confirm. Just find the kill confirms if you can. If you don't, let people live for a very long time to snowball that victory. That's dosbox could potentially do right now.
Definitely looking for it. It's possible of all the characters to do it for Zetter to do so, but I gotta say, that's a toughie. dosbox gonna be taking that one with a clean ledge hog. Is go ahead and take that one straight away from Hazelnut. What looked to be a very close set in game 1 turns out to be a 3-0 and a handshake at the end.
So crazy. It just seemed like a situation where we did talk about the first game, dosbox going for these really risky reads that we're not paying for for them. I mean, I get it though. Sometimes you gotta just feel out the opponent and what they would fall for, stuff like that, especially if you are someone who's as read heavy as dosbox seems to be, right? It's super important. So definitely gonna be a situation where just like, okay, you're not gonna fall for this, cool, I'm gonna adjust my play style accordingly. Though there were a couple other strongs that were missed and not punished for Hazelnut. A situation where they start throwing them out fewer and fewer to the point where just I don't think Hazelnut really saw them coming when they did after the first game.